Hello, Philipp. You are a managing director of LiquidM. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. How
Cool.
about you?
I'm really good. Very sunny in Paris. Thanks for taking some time to answer my question. Could you present your company and LiquidM?
Yeah, sure, let me do that. I mean, in the end, I guess all you listeners already know LiquidM. So we are basically a self-service DSP. We are very active in the European market, but of course have clients all around the world. I think what makes LiquidM quite interesting for many clients is not only that you're able to buy like cheap clicks and also get great downloads through our platform, is also like the way and the look and feel our platform is. I think that's differentiators from other platforms to have like also a beautiful tool. It's not just the power of the tools, it's also like the beauty of our platform. And I think that's what people like about LiquidM.
And when did you start the company?
LiquidM was founded end of 2013 as kind of a spin-off of Madvertise. I think many people still know Madvertise. But now we are a full tech player with LiquidM, as said, like end of 2013.
Okay. And so what are your unique selling points? Because there's a lot of DSP and mobile DSP on the market. And what the problem you're solving?
Yeah, sure. I mean, in the end, yes, we are a DSP, as you mentioned there. I don't know, how many are there? Like 200, 300, 400? Nobody knows.
Probably, yeah.
Like what I said before, I guess it's just that we not only just looking for offering the usual tools like every DSP has, it's also to offer a nice self-service platform. Something which is easy to use, something which gives you full capability, but also like the full transparency. So I think one of our USPs is definitely our reporting. When you get really deep dive reportings on like site app level, on carrier level, or whatever dimension you want to have, that is pretty impressive. And of course, like new features we are constantly developing, like our hyperlocal tool, which is pretty cool. We will, like, for example, release like a heat map of hyperlocal, so you can see like, okay, I've delivered 100 impression in that area. My performance in that area was like 5 cents, in that area 7 cents. So that's pretty cool. And last but not least, we have like so many SSPs integrated into LiquidM, and we took this data, we built our algorithm on top of it. So we have a lot of experience in optimizing automatically campaigns.
And do you offer an open platform? Because sometimes it can be a differentiation between some DSP and others who are like closed, for instance, at the bid level, at some APIs. What's your position on that?
Like, first of all, we really are as transparent as we can be, as open as we can be. Like what I said, it's you have 15 different metrics you can look into. You can have them on 10 different dimensions. So that's like one point, right? So our reporting tries to offer you the highest transparency as you can get. If publishers like La Place Media, if they show the full site name, then of course we also show them to our customers. So that's one point. Then we of course have a reporting API which you can just plug in. And last but not least, we are also working on a product that not only the reporting is open, that you also can put your campaigns on your front end and use our algorithm in the back end to basically just use the power of the LiquidM platform, but just one platform where you actually want to put the campaigns on, which is then the customer's platform, for example. So we try to be as open as possible, and we will have some great features in the future to be as open as it can be.
Okay. How do you see buyers, so trading desk or whatever independent buyers, how do you see them evolving? Are they getting more and more sophisticated compared to last year and to this year? What's your view on that?
I think that's a very good question, and something with which I discuss a lot, because we all know that mobile is more complex than other medias. We also know that maybe from the revenue perspective, mobile is still behind it. Like, if you know, I guess you know all these great charts which always tells you next year is the year of mobile, and then in the end the agencies see only compared to online or to radio to other medium that actually mobile is still a small part of it, and that's why I think there was not much learning going on for many years, and it was frustrating for them. The first results, maybe for the first CPI campaigns, were not that great. And so they lost maybe a little bit trust in mobile. But what I definitely see for the last, let's say, 1 and 2 years is that you have, first of all, real expert like this independent trading desks who are really focused on learning what you can get out of mobile. And this is now shifting also to the big agencies and to other type of customers. So I really see a lot of involvement in this particular area, and I'm pretty happy about that. Of course, it's also the mobile in itself. It's evolving. It's getting more complex. So there needs to be a continuous know-how transfer happening. But I'm pretty happy like how that evolved in the last year, and I'm sure that especially for the big ones, that mobile will become a bigger stake, and that they will get trained more and more, and that the know-how will grow there as well.
Okay. Obviously, you're active on several markets in Europe and maybe in the rest of the world. What's your view in terms of market between, for instance, Germany, your home market, and France, which is really active on programmatic as well, compared to UK, which is everyone knows that UK is a huge market as well on mobile. What's your view in the differences on these three markets?
Looking into LiquidM and the users, I have to say that France is our home market.
Okay, cool. I like that.
And not Germany. And that's also a very good question, because you have different ecosystems in these markets. So first of all, starting with Germany, you have a very traditional media business. So we have like big traditional publishing houses dominating the market with own sales forces, really offering their inventory only for very high CPMs, which normally on programmatic, especially when something is new, like the new mobile programmatic market, it's just too high. The CPMs are simply too high. So it's more difficult in Germany. It's just more traditional. It takes more time. However, also Germany is ramping up here, and also Germany, where we are making, not only us are growing the programmatic business there, also other players, but it's still lacking behind. And but as we know, Germany is big, so fingers crossed that also in Germany there will be much more programmatic spendings in the next years, compared to France, where we have a completely different setup, at least in my opinion. So we have, first of all, publishers who are willing to open their traffic programmatically, like, for example, in Smart. You have a lot of premium traffic in Mopub. You have premium traffic through AppNexus. So you have a different ecosystem. So these publishers are willing to try out programmatic, and that actually leads that programmatic is not being seen as a beast. It's seen as something very cool, efficient, and also content-wise good. And that gives a completely different starting point. And I think that's one of the reasons why France is that big in the programmatic space, and that's why we were quite successful in France. So it's always, a market that has two perspectives. So one is the buying side, and one is the selling side. And in France, you have both. You have like the good supply side with suppliers like Laplace, but you have also like media buyers who want to learn and who want to actually move on with the programmatic side of things. Only then a marketplace can really work. So that's France. So really great work so far in France. For the UK, it's definitely still bigger than France. However, it's also much more competitive, right? So you have all the American players going first to London and internationalize from London, conquer Europe from London, let's say that. And so, of course, for us, especially for us at LiquidM, it's more difficult in the UK than, for example, in France or in Germany. However, of course, the market is quite big and still the biggest in Europe. And then I guess France is just in a good position after UK.
Okay, cool. Good view. And so finally, what are your plans for the future? So end of the year and obviously for 2016.
So if I look at our system, well, what do we have? I think we have already a great stack. We have a lot of supply, like in terms of volume, a lot of supply. And what we want to do is definitely to go even more into some premium inventory, like tapping into like the smaller publishers to offer our customers also good content. This is like one point. The second point is definitely to extend the performance business with make usage out more of the data. But actually, what I always tell people is what my plans are in 2016 are the same like 2015. I want to work with my clients. I want to listen to them. I visit my clients like more or less every 3 months, and I want to get to know from them what are the hot topics for them, and where do we need to get better. So it's not like I tell what we need to do in 2016. I like to do it together with my clients, but I guess hot topics are definitely more premium supply, video, and special SSPs who are focusing on premium, and the other part is to get a great performance product.
Okay, great. So listening to the voice of the buyers, basically, of your clients.
This actually was our success story, to be very honest. I mean, some people know the history of LiquidM, and what we really changed this year is I had so many talks to my clients and to see what do they need, what do we need to change, and to basically develop our product for their needs and not for my needs, not for my media buyer needs, because I don't have any. We are self-service only. So I need to build something which my clients love. And hopefully we did a good job so far, and also in 2016.
That's a good strategy, actually. Philipp, thank you very much, and we hope LiquidM will continue this great success. Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent.